Break, many of us go through our day rushing from place to place without really stopping to smell the roses. One Billings area artist uses his science background to build devices that showcase the small moments in nature we miss in our daily hustle. Q2's Asia Gore sat down with Patrick Zentz to bring us his story.
Miles away from the whir of downtown Billings, Patrick Zentz starts his day with a cup of coffee.
Hey Daisy, come on.
Under blue sky, listening to the wind whisper.
I think we need a different definition of nature that doesn't separate us from it, needs to pull us together so that we are of nature. What is that, huh?
Zentz studied biology.
They discovered the structure of DNA when I was 10 years old, and I was fascinated.
Today, he considers himself an artist. He says the two disciplines work in tandem.
I have this petri dish of this landscape here to explore. What I've been doing is making instruments like this for public spaces or smaller ones to investigate my local space.
In an effort to understand the nuances of the earth around him, Zentz began creating devices that translate natural occurrences into artistic expressions, making small moments stand out.
This sail orients this instrument into the wind, and then this little sail up here causes this trolley to go back and forth. This is a stylus here, so it draws the pattern the wind makes on the prairie.
And this creation, called Pool, uses a computer chip to transmit data about temperature and wind speed to the sculpture, which then releases corresponding droplets of water.
You buy a brand new car, the first thing you do is walk all around it to get every perspective that you can. I'm trying to do the same thing with nature.
And for Zentz, that process actually begins in cyberspace.
It's like you can mold it and shape it and get it to where you want before you ever spend a dime on a material. There's no such thing as a mistake, you just redo it. Control-Z wipes out any error.
Here, Zentz is crafting his latest art form, an observation station that sends out drones to collect audio and visual from this open space.
It's a place to observe this local environment, this place I know very well in one sense, and I want to do the same thing with this that wind drawing instrument did 40 years ago. I want to go, wow. If you can just get a glimmer of the fact that it's a pretty special thing to be alive and be able to perceive the world the way we do.
In Billings, I'm Asia Gore, MTN News.
And Asia tells us Zentz work can be found at the Yellowstone Art Museum and on the street in Missoula.